And we're rolling. Okay, do we like these lap glasses? These are prescription too, but they're slightly tinted, and it makes me look a little bit like a porn director. But I do love them. But I think these are like super, super glare. Okay, let me take a sip of this. So I'm gonna list off a few things that I've been up to lately, because this whole episode, the theme is Jomo, Jomo, Jomo versus FOMO, FOMO, FOMO. Jomo is my acronym for joy of missing out. FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. I have been trying really hard to lean towards Jomo. Because when you do the FOMO life, guess what you look like? A chicken with its head cut off. You're just running around, filling your days, busy for the sake of being busy. And when you lean into the Jomo space, you are curating and you're being selective of how you spend your time, who gets your time, and all of that just makes you be more attuned to quality time spent versus running around like a crazy person. But guess who's like the worst at Jomo? I just have so many interests. I have so many friends, and like these are all, I don't know, these are good things, right? But then again, you overcommit and spread yourself thin. So let me list all that I've done in the recent days. I had a huge audition for Magnum PI. Fingers crossed, it tapes in Hawaii. Then I had the launch party for my friend's company, Creatricity. Cassie Freeman, she started this company with a friend, and it's really going to be a game changer for creators and artists and producers and actors, especially of color. I had a fundraiser, music fest for my son. We had a baby shower for dear friends Chris and Rachel Sullivan. Then yesterday, I was like, oh, let's just chill out. But then I totally forgot. We had my friend Anye's birthday party. So I rushed over all the way. Okay, you guys know if you live in LA, from Venice all the way to La Brea area, like West Hollywood, Museum Mile, for a brunch. That took a good hour, 15 minutes to drive there. Had brunch, went grocery shopping, came home, then had an hour max to just sit down and chill before we went to my sister's for dinner, all the way over in Koreatown. So I crossed the 405 twice in LA. That is basically you going to China twice in one day. It's pretty aggressive. We had 4 practices and games of soccer for Driggs. Insane. I had to cancel his drumming lesson because I just couldn't, I didn't have the bandwidth. Content creating all day, every day. So I did all of that in a month. Kidding. I did that all in 4 days. 4 days. And I'm not even including other normal stuff that happens to run a household. I need to chill the fuck out. All this to say, so bad at Jomo. Jomo was like so much easier during COVID times, right? Of course, because everybody was like hunkered down, everything was closed, and it forced you to embrace joy of missing out because there was nothing to miss out on because there was nothing going on. But I remember really clearly thinking, this is something I need to carry forward for when this time is over. We don't need a pandemic to slow down and savor our life and be present for the moments instead of thinking, what is next, what is next, what is next? It's just so much easier said than done, right? So I guess my question here to you is, how do you enforce Jomo in your life? Are you also a victim of FOMO like me? We live in a culture that glamorizes the grind, and people toss out that phrase like, I'm so busy, like it's a brag. Now as I get older is when I see people who are not running ragged, who are being selective of where they put their time. Those are the people I aspire to be like. All of that is what I'm aiming to do. Those are goals for me. So if you have any tricks to make that happen, share them with me. I think the most obvious one really is to carve out time to meditate so that you can even just kind of get still, because only when you can be still and see clearly can you even figure out what to say yes to and what to say no to. But I think where I need to start for me is I need to just start saying no. What's your plan of action on either going more Jomo or FOMO? I don't know. Share them with me.